Okay, time to cut back to Times Square and Dick Clark and find out what's happening in New York. How's it going? What's it look like?
Well, it's a little bit browner than usual.
Blue sky.
Yeah, there's a few lights out here, you know.
Brown outs, yes. The energy crisis. Let me ask you one thing. I lived in New York and never went near the place. And is this your first time or not? And how does it compare if it is?
No, actually, George, we were here last year, same time, same place, same rain, same cold. Nothing has improved, but there are a lot fewer people here this year than there were last year. What with the gas situation and the energy crisis, last year we had about 300,000 people in Times Square. This year they're considerably fewer. Let's get back to the Queen Mary for a second to check the scene there, right before midnight.
Come on! See ya!
We're back here at Times Square, Dick Clark live with a situation that will ring in the new year in a moment. Got to remind you that tomorrow here on NBC at halftime, the Rose Bowl, Tower of Power will be there, performing, I hope, in a lot warmer climb than we have here. It's approximately 36 degrees as hundreds of thousands of people here in Times Square and millions of people the world over watch that descending ball atop the old Allied Chemical Building. In a moment, it'll be 1974, and we wish you Happy New Year! Happy New Year from Times Square, New York City, and from Long Beach, California at the Queen Mary. As our New Year's Rocket Eve 74 continues on NBC here in Times Square behind the barricades, hundreds of thousands of people welcoming in the new year in a freezing cold downpour. A lot fewer people this year. A lot of people stayed home watching as you are on television. Down there, the rain doesn't seem to bother them. The 1974 spirit abounds and everybody is happy as can be in Times Square. What's happening in California? To the strains of Auld Lang Syne, we welcome in a Happy New Year 1974. Thank you ever so much for joining us, even in the rain in Times Square. Back to the Queen Mary for another hour of fun here on NBC on a rockin' New Year's Eve 74.